It's Madden NFL 23. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Kansas City Chiefs. And it comes your way next on EA Sports.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Kansas City Chiefs. And a welcome in, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent that and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
Here now to get us started is Logan Cook. And we are underway from Kansas City. This taken in at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. Time to get our first look at one of the star faces of the NFL, Patrick Mahomes and his Kansas City offense. Really the gold standard among NFL offenses since he became the starter in 2018.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him.
First play, Mahomes looking to throw it. Slant route, that's complete to Travis Kelce. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Mahomes. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Jacksonville's offense trots out here for the first time, and all eyes go right to number 16. Now in his 2nd season as the team's face of the franchise, Trevor Lawrence.
And you want to talk about enormous expectations being placed on a quarterback. How about what Trevor Lawrence faced coming out of college? But the good thing for him, he's used to it. He had the same type of expectations leaving high school and going to Clemson. They always expect him to be a franchise savior, whatever team he joins. And to his credit, he shouldered those expectations. He's doing everything in his power to follow through.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10. At the 33-yard line. Now Lawrence. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. The quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
A man coming off a washout 2021. It's Travis Etienne. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Hardman on the return. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, their 1st drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. All-around great play by Devin Lloyd, using his athleticism to get to the backfield and his strength to stop it for a loss.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31. Now hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
A good scheme and an early win for this pass rush. They got back there before he could work through his entire progression and ended that play early.
Here's Tommy Townsend now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. A nice little juke. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Lawrence hit and the ball is free. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Mahomes now throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And he's going to get this down near the 25. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the 6 moving.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Here's Mahomes to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage. He decided to test him early. They proved up to the task and forced incompletion.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Looking to throw, Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time, it's well for a solid gain.
On second down, a run with ETN. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through. That's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
They'll run with ETN. And they bring it to the ground just shy of midfield. That would pick up a 15 for Jacksonville. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
On first down, Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Handoff running left is ETN.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Second into his prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, right back to ETN. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking a right path to the ball carrier.
From the 36, Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 26. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. Evades him at the 20. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and run to the yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Lawrence to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. And the Jags are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, Something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open. That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Lawrence. Screenplay. Here's Etienne. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays.
And it was Travis Etienne on the touchdown reception, capping the drive.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
And now here comes Kansas City.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. They're rolling that right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Mahomes will try again on second down. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards for number 11. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. 8 yards on the carry there. It'll wind up being the final play of this first quarter.
7-7, our score after one. Second quarter from KC as the Chiefs in possession of football.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Here again is McKinnon.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
1st and 10. It's Edwards-Helaire with it.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Not the kind of gain that will go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Mahomes. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
They stopped him in his tracks.
They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call.
The field goal would have been pretty decent length, but I'm still kind of surprised they didn't kick it.
Yeah, I know, because you think you take the 3 there, trust him, but at the same time, if you can't pick up a few inches in this situation, you probably don't deserve to win the game anyway. Go get it, and they did.
Mahomes going to throw. And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
Patrick Mahomes fighting Mecole Hardman. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that was good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 14-7. That time a 9-play drive. And it's capped off with Kansas City touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Trevor Lawrence, helmet on, ready to go as he brings out this offense.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route too.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
And incomplete on the deep ball. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time. And now it's 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there, because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away without not being picked off?
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
Nice play design there with the touch pass. Real good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Look and repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy winning in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw taken by Valdez-Scantling.
And he's taken down inside the 30. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On first down, Mahomes. He finds McKinnon, complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Finding Hardman. Now the ball comes loose, and the Jags grab it. There he goes left side. He's at the 30, 10. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Patterson now for the extra point.
And we got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here, so he'll get this up to the 29. And Kansas City's offense now set ready to go. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And it's like to run a hitch route. It really helps have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, screen play, McKinnon. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and 3rd and 8 now. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with football.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. And out bounds right around the 20. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they're going to be set up now with one at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Quick slant to Valdez-Scantling. And the Chiefs are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
A lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker. And you got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And again, it's Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Juju Smith-Schuster on the touchdown pass from Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Bucker now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown from Juju Smith-Schuster. touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you. An interception's the result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond. Not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard and a second down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game. But I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe just let the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Throwing again on second down. Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And he's going to lose yardage here. 2 yards a loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play develop, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Lawrence will throw. Screenplay, here's ETN. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Ooh, with a juke. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. This offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, we're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Mahomes now on 1st down. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's good for 28 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Mahomes going to leave it with Edwards-Helaire on the draw. Now another timeout called for by the offense.
as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes.
Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement and when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
He's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run. No timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for Jacksonville in that first half. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports.
Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. But Charles, we saw pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Second half starts with a run by Etienne.
And he finds the space past the 25 to the 27.
And Nick Bolton there on the tackle.
Well, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
From the 27,
Lawrence. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
We couldn't ask for much more at this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
He'll get this one complete to Zane Jones. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and
4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Lawrence.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. Get to pick up a 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Lawrence. He'll get that underneath ETN. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot. A lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice short tackle.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And able to find Kirk complete.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence.
Flushed out right. And this one is incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
A shotgun snap and a give to ETN.
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
And that will be incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down the drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal.
From the left hash, this from 46.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that'll bring him back within 4.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they were able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them, and let's get the ball back for us.
Here's a Jaguar team now as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
That's fully Fatukasi who got in there and finished off the play. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long, but we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
That's caught left side by Hardman.
And now his yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop during a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets us away. On the return, here's Agnew. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They're losing here in the 3rd quarter, maybe trying to get the ball outside, bust a big play. Obviously didn't work there.
And while it didn't work, I really can't fault them for trying it. You and I have talked to the offensive coordinator, and we knew that was the place they wanted to try and go. And sometimes you just have to stick with it because 2-yard gains turn into 20-yard gains as the game goes along.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence.
Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now it'll be 4th and short.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And no return on this one as a fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and 2. Out to the right, here's McKinnon.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
That was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way, work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes finding Hardman here over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 43. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh out of downs.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Slant route, that's complete to Travis Kelsey. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get an open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
There was a big window. They're lucky they didn't get him down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside at 20. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Mahomes. Wide open and a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Thankfully for the offense, Fortuitous bounce there on fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Mahomes now throw. Quick slant to Valdez-Scantling. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. They'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up the 4th down.
And the attempt at three will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs for the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This will get the lead up to 7. Butker's kick here is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At their own 21.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
And Jones has it over the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Lawrence,
He'll find Jones again, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Lawrence to Jones, 1st down, Jacksonville.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Here's Lawrence. Screenplay, here's Etienne.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had a feeling they were expecting a pass downfield.
So the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd down and 12.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Etienne bringing in another one.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Flush to his right. Open and right side is Ingram. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He took every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen. ETN.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence.
And they finally get to him as he's taken down.
Whoa, finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. So he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
KC's offense ready to take over. Their defense got to stop, force the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
2nd down, McKinnon.
And some room to run now. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
56 yards rushing for him now and just 6 carries to this point.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
On 1st down, Mahomes.
This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the gun, they will run McKinnon.
5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and get his leg a rest.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. His throw incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd and short.
Not sure what happened there, but just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. That's what it needed to be, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A give running right, ETN. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Stopped and handed a loss by Willie Gay that time.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given a little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. ETN once more. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Lawrence. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and he shut that one down with little gain.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. It gets maybe 3.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 76 yards on the ground now for McKinnon. He's got a first down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here. Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pick a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets pushed to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.